In Colorado camp, every year, rappelling is a big part of the camp. Now, rappelling is a sport where you basically tie a rope to a tree, you drop it over a cliff, in our case, a 60-foot cliff. You put on this really uncomfortable harness, especially if you're a guy. You strap this thing on, and then you put on these special kind of things that hold the rope in place in this harness, and it's a figure eight and it's carabiner, and you basically back over the cliff backwards, and you have to trust the rope to carry you down the cliff. It's really actually pretty fun after you get over the first time. The first time you do it, you're really scared, you're sweating, your hands are sweating, you're freaking out. The more you do it, the more fun it gets. Well, one year, my brother Chris, who's the disabled guy, he lives in a wheelchair. His hands don't work, his feet don't work. He's completely disabled, just unable to do anything. He's never fed himself a meal, he's never taken himself to the bathroom, he's never played any sports. One year, Chris came with us to Colorado. And on rappelling day, I offered with my brother to carry him to the top of the cliff so he could watch the rappelling. So we carried him up the hill. The whole time he's thinking we're going to drop him. I mean, it was a climb up a mountain to get to the top of this cliff. So we get to the top of the cliff, we sit him right near the rappelling site, and he sits there all day watching people rappel. At the end of the day, I had talked to my friend Dave, who is an expert rappeller. I said, Dave, do you think you could take Chris over the cliff? Dave said, I could do it. I could do it. It's like a rescue mission kind of thing. So I went up to Chris and said, Chris, do you want us to carry you down the mountain, or do you want to rappel? He didn't even hesitate. He said, I want to rappel. So we take Chris, my handicapped brother, whose hands go like this and whose feet are all over the place. He can't even grab the rope if he wants to. And we strap him to Dave's chest. And literally these two people back over the cliff. We watched, the whole group is watching this. And Chris, think about it. Even if he wants to save his own life, he can't. Even if he wants to help out, he can't. His hands don't even work. His feet don't even work. So he's totally dependent on my friend Dave to carry him down the cliff to safety on the other side. You know, when I was watching that day, and they landed on the bottom, and everyone applauded and cheered and gave him a standing ovation, I thought, wow, what a picture of how we're supposed to be with God, with the Holy Spirit. We're supposed to surrender. We're supposed to surrender. We're always trying to do everything instead of just surrendering to God's power that's already at work within us. We're supposed to surrender and let Him carry us. You know, so maybe today, when you think about walking in the way of Jesus, maybe it's just simple. Maybe you just need to stop trying so hard and just surrender to God's power and let the Spirit kind of carry you and guide you and make it easy for you along the way.